I hope you can hear me well enough with the aircon blasting. I'm sat in the shade and my car's saying 30 degrees, so I'll try and turn this down if possible, but for now, just hopefully you can hear me. Excuse the air conditioning blasting because it is quite warm. Part 2, everyone, of my mirror trilogy. This part is, I know in the first part I had a little bit of a gripe at driving instructors and how they teach people to set the mirrors up. This is unfortunately another gripe at driving instructors. It's how they go about teaching mirrors. And what I'm going to go through in this video is the times that we check our mirrors and what we're looking for, and what would we do if. And effectively, that's the basis of the 3 questions that driving instructors and yourselves should be asking you or yourself about mirrors. So when you're analysing, when you're looking at your own driving. So what I'm getting at is we need to check our mirrors before any change of speed or direction, before signalling, and also when we spot hazards. I hear so many times instructors on the internet, and it grinds my gears, this one. Centre mirror right mirror, centre mirror left mirror. Useless. Absolutely useless. You're not teaching your students anything of what they're looking for or how they need to react to what they're seeing. That is a portion of it, which mirrors, but the other 2 things are, what are we looking for and what would we do if? They're the questions, like I said, that you need to ask yourself. So I'm going to go through all the different times that you need to check your mirrors. And the first one, the big one, is what we are doing by checking the mirrors before we signal. Now, what I'd like you to do is pause the video and write in the comments why we need to check our mirrors before we signal. Because I don't think most of the people on the roads understand this. And this comes from driving instructors saying, centre left, signal left, centre right, signal right. Useless. If your instructor does that, send them to this video. Simple. So, what are we checking our mirrors for before we signal? Well, it's quite simply to time our signal correctly. This scenario that I'm moving away from the side of the road, I need to see in my mirrors, not just to see when it's safe, which is the main reason why people think they're checking the mirrors, but actually to see when I'm going to time my signal. We see so many people at the side of the road just whack a signal on. That signal could make other people coming down think that I'm going to move away. And for all the people who say it doesn't mean that I'm going to move away, I understand that, but it also teaches others coming up to ignore the signal that you've put on. And people ignoring signals is a big problem. I've discussed this before. So we're checking to time our signal correctly. And what I'm looking for here, oh, by the way, while we're here moving away, you do not need to do the 6-point check. Instructors, if you're teaching that, you need to do a better job. It's got to be situational. If there's anything that you've spotted that you think could require that, do it. But no one's going to bite down the side of me and drive in front of me because my point that I'm going to be looking at is here for when they do that. The key thing with mirror checks to move away is to be checking constantly. So I've decided on the signal time. Wasn't even in gear. Leave that one in. So I'm checking. In fact, let's take a step back. To move away, prepare, then observe, then maneuver. No issues, I'm prepared. I thought my car was in gear, if I was honest. Obviously a mistake. Like I said, leave it in, as I always do. So we're prepared now. I've checked my mirrors and I've decided it looks safe, and I've got to have a little look round this pillar because there's an area over here that I could need to signal to people if they were coming in. I'm also going to signal to move away because I don't know whether there's anyone in this vehicle in front of me. If there are people in your vicinity, put a signal on. So To turn left at the end, I'm checking not only to see who's there, but to time my signal. And because there was no one there, I can please myself. So hopefully you understand, just by asking which mirrors, it doesn't tell your students anything. And then they're getting onto the road, they're passing the test, they may be getting through with just which mirrors, which they may very well do, and then they're utterly useless at changing what they do to suit the surroundings. No wonder our roads are awful. The level of driving instruction is piss poor. So we've just done a move to the right, and we sort of integrated a speed up there. That's what moving off is. It's a move to the right and it's a speed up. And you need to check your mirrors for both of those scenarios, specifically for who's behind and who's overtaking, and who's coming down the side. This is busy today. That van's quite slow. I can get there. So I'm reassessing my mirrors now to determine how quickly I accelerate. And I just slightly tweaked it. So if this one wishes to come past and come in, I'm not going to cause them problems. Before I slow down, I check, not just to see if someone's there, but to see how close they are and when I need to do my brake. If that van was catching me quickly, they're moving to lane 2, are they? Yep. So do you notice there, I'm not only just checking once, but I'm having multiple checks because things change. So we've got speeding up. Here, a little check for Bob and Tom's, boys on bikes, twits on motorbikes, either side. Both side mirrors, not necessarily the centre one. It's who's coming down the sides in that scenario. And what would I do if there was someone there? Well, I would delay my move off, potentially. If they saw me that I was going to move off and held back themselves, I would continue. So hopefully you can see the pattern. We're not just looking at which mirrors, we're looking at parked car, centre mirror, right mirror. I'm looking for anyone overtaking, no one there, so I'm safe to move away. And again, centre and left, no one's undertaken, so I'm safe to move back. But instructors own centre mirror just in case anything's a problem here. I needed to get an idea on what the white car was doing behind. So as you can see, if instructors just go centre mirror, left mirror, and just leave it there, they are missing out the most important parts to it. So I've just gone on to one of the next things. As normal, no structure with many of Ashley's videos. We just absolutely wing it and just say what we see. It's in recognition of hazard as well. So if there's a hazard up ahead, I instantly should check my mirrors. This particular situation, I'd be really conscious of what's going on both sides, but I haven't checked my right mirror for a while because I've been constantly watching there and knowing that no one's come past. So we really know no one's here, but if I was going to move, I would check. So there's no one behind. Sometimes I like to get my students to think of friend or foe, friend or enemy. So if people are behind, like this white car, and they're doing a good job holding back, it makes our slow a lot easier. And I'm watching people here. So I'm not just getting to my stop position and going on my phone, because much more interesting. There's stuff to do while you're sat here. So should mirrors be checked a specific time? No, you should just constantly update yourself with a picture behind as you do forward. Bob and Tom's, no problems. Watching the car behind, I know it's turning left, so that allows me to maybe accelerate. And I was just watching this one turning right and doing a U-turn with the black Ford catching me up. So the black Ford may very well wish to push him around this Fiesta. So I've seen that and I'm just going to drop back. And it's as if I know what's going on, isn't it? So mirror work, who's behind me in case the lights change, mirror work is really important to give you this anticipation. You're not surprised by anything. Crossing, mirror check, no one behind, I've got an escape route, just in case that lady with the pram just walked straight out. I'd be looking to brake first of all, but if I couldn't brake, I know I've then got the escape route to that side. The ones behind are really far, so there's no issue. I'm going to turn left at these lights. So which mirrors? Bam, bam. What I'm looking for, who's behind, and who's catching me up and when I'm going to time my signal. And if someone was close, I'd put it on earlier. As it was, didn't really matter because they were so far back and there was no one in front to alter my signal for. Is that something that you really knew? Is that something that you do? Or do you just go for the signal first? If you go for the signal first before you check, you are not timing your signal correctly. Really important point. So anything left, middle and left, you know what I'm looking for and you know what I'd do if there was someone there. I'm just about to accelerate and turn right, so both centre and right. I'm watching the pinky coloured car, putting a signal on. They're not really fast, although they were a little close. I'm reassessing, see who's following me, just in case there's any issues with these side roads. The pink car is a friend, no issues with it, so I can please myself as I'm doing my slow down. Check, no issues. So, just to summarise, anything turning and moving left, middle and left, you know what you're looking for. Turning and moving right, middle and right, no problem. Speeding up, generally it's middle and right. Slowing down, generally it's just the middle, but you might have to look at all sides. And that's the same, even if, for example, I'm doing a left turn and the road behind me slightly bends to the right hand side before I do that left turn. Have you been taught to then go, I can't see well enough there because it's bending to the right. I need the best view of I can of the vehicles and it's going to be that side. Here, no one overtaking me. No, what would you do, Ash, if there was? I'd hold back and let them finish. Great, lights are free, we're good, we're going to turn left. So again, I'm seeing there and there, no one's there. I was ready to stop, correct speed for the guy. And I'm just having another little secondary check just before a turn, just in case there was someone who snuck up on me that I didn't see. It's highly unlikely with how I'm checking my mirrors and how often I keep checking them and keep up to date, but you never know. You can't check your mirrors too much generally. And this is the perfect finishing point. If you've got something that you need to prioritise out in front of you, a mirror check sometimes can cause an issue with what you've got to deal with in front of you. If you find yourself in that situation, you're not aware enough and you haven't checked soon enough. Crossing both sides, BMW behind's a friend, all good. Both sides are good. Past this place, don't know what this place is. To move back in, round a parked car, check early. So I know it's clear, double check and then back in. So, mirrors, haven't done loads of in detail stuff about hazards, but remember, anything that you spot up ahead, these vehicles behind, friend behind, or sorry, these vehicles up ahead, there's a friend behind. Notice my mind sets on who's behind all the time. That one's all right, it's pulled out, no issues, plenty of time, just backed off, covered my brake, no issues. Turning, yeah, no change from the black one behind. The black BMW's been good as gold. Is there anyone catching me up? So, be spot on with your mirrors. The intensity that I've spoke at today hopefully gives you an idea of the intensity that you should be using your mirrors with. Keep safe. I'll see you soon.